When you travel to a foreign land, you get to mingle with the locals, see some great sights, and maybe even learn a little bit of their language. But what's an international trip if you don't get to taste some of the local dishes your host country has to offer? While there are some international dishes that are awesome, there are other ones you might not be able to stomach. Not that they're bad, they're just really strange. In this video, we'll be looking at the 10 strangest foods in the world. Some of the dishes will blow your mind. Keep watching. Number 10. Bird's nest soup, China. I'm sure you're wondering how in the world a bird's nest can be used to make a soup. Well, it's possible. One bird in particular, the swift, uses saliva to make its nest, which goes against the norm of using leaves and twigs. Well, the Chinese folks use swift nests to make a local delicacy, the bird nest soup. The thought of eating bird saliva in soup form may be hard to bear, especially when a bowl of this soup sells for as much as $100. That's pretty high when you consider the fact you're paying for bird saliva. Number 9. Fried tarantulas, Cambodia. Hardly will you meet a person that wants to come in close contact with a spider, let alone a tarantula. Well, the good people of Skuon, Cambodia, love frying and eating tarantulas. They catch them and fry them whole, with all 8 legs inclusive, and they've been doing this for a very long time. Back in the days of the notorious Khmer Rouge rule, starving Cambodians ate tarantulas to avoid starvation. Those days are long gone, but you can still find many street vendors frying and selling these scary spiders. For a foreigner, the question is, how hungry or adventurous does one have to be to try this dish? Number 8. Pufferfish, Japan. If you've heard of pufferfish, then you'd know it contains a poisonous toxin called tetrodotoxin. This toxin is 1,250 times stronger than cyanide. So you may wonder why the people in Japan love eating them. Also known as fugu, this meal is prepared by only the most experienced chefs in licensed restaurants. Be careful with this dish. It could actually put you 6 feet under. This meal is considered so dangerous that selling it is illegal in Thailand. Number 7. Fertilized bird eggs, the Philippines. Those who have traveled to the Philippines must have heard about this popular dish. Also known as balut, it is basically fertilized bird eggs. The eggs are boiled just before they are due to hatch, which means the bird has already begun to form inside the shell. Call it bird fetus if you wish. They are cooked between 18 to 20 days after the fetus has begun to form. It all depends on your preferences. Keep in mind though, the older the fetus, the greater the form of the enclosed bird, meaning it will start to develop a beak, claws, bones, and feathers, while still covered in egg yolk. Care to give it a try? Number 6. Maggot cheese, Sardinia, Italy. Native to Italy, this cheese is loaded with insect larvae. It is also called casumarzu, which means rotten cheese. The Sicilian locals call it maggot cheese, and it has been a part of their culture since forever. Sardinian chefs advise the cheese is eaten while the maggots are still alive. If the maggots die in the cheese, then it will become toxic. The Italian government has made its production and sale illegal, mainly for health reasons. But there are those in the black market who still sell to anyone who cares for a bite. Number 5. Surströmming, Sweden. This meal is basically fermented Baltic herring, and they are very popular among the people of Sweden. You don't have to go to a fancy restaurant to get it. You can find them on display on the shelves of pretty much any Swedish supermarket. They are packaged in pressurized cans, and some airlines prohibit bringing the cans on board. This is because a pressurized can is potentially explosive and can put passengers in danger. The herrings are caught just before they spawn and are placed in barrels where they are left to ferment for about 2 months. They are later stored in cans where the fermentation process continues for a few more months. It is a regular occurrence for the cans to swell during storage because of the continuous fermentation. Number 4. Live octopus, Korea. What could be stranger than eating a live octopus? Not much, if you ask me. But for the people of Korea, this is as normal as eating a burger from McDonald's. The live octopus meal is also known as sanakji, and it is quite easy to prepare. I mean, how hard can it be to serve something you didn't even have to cook? All they do is cut the live octopus into small pieces, season it with some sesame oil, dump it in your bowl, and your meal is ready. Keep in mind that they serve this dish while the tentacles are still moving around on your plate. Number 3. Excrement coffee, Indonesia. Believe it or not, there is actually coffee that is gotten from feces, and you can find it in Indonesia. Known as the kopi luwak, it is the priciest gourmet coffee you can find anywhere on the planet. But wait, why pay so much for coffee that is derived from poop? Well, it isn't just any kind of poop. It is gotten from an Indonesian animal called the luwak. This animal is known for eating only the ripest coffee cherries. However, it cannot digest the beans inside them, so when they come out whole, they are repackaged and sold. You'll have to pay between $150 to $300 for a pound of this coffee. Number 2. Puffin heart, Iceland. Puffins are beautiful birds, not just by their looks, but by their behavior as well. In fact, the people of Iceland will tell you that these birds have a good heart. Literally, they do, as puffin heart is a special delicacy in that region. They don't go through much trouble preparing this meal either. All they have to do is catch the bird, snap its neck, pull out its heart, and eat it while it's still beating with warm blood. Number 1. Snake wine, Vietnam. If you believe you've tried all sorts of wines, then I guess you haven't been to Vietnam. In this country, you can find what is known as snake wine. It is simple rice wine, but bottled with a venomous snake. The liquid content has a pinkish look, thanks to the snake blood. The locals believe that the mixture is medically beneficial, so they don't mind throwing down an extra glass or two. The wine also contains ethanol, which neutralizes the snake's poison, so it's safe to drink. Be warned though, snake wine is not the same as snake blood wine. The latter is filled with snake blood and served immediately, without neutralizing the poisons first. There you have it. These are the 10 strangest foods in the world. So, what do you think? Would you like to try any of these foods? Have you heard of any other weird meals that weren't mentioned in this video? Let us have your thoughts via the comments section. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more great content like this. See you next time.